Hello, I'm Necroxix and welcome back to the Council. We're going to be playing episode 2. Last time we left off, we had the credits from episode 1. I enjoyed it. I wanted desperately to keep playing, but besides real life drama going on, shit happened. I didn't want to overdo it. There's been a lot of games we've played where, like Outlast 2 comes to mind. Had I split it up into shorter sessions, we would have probably been happy the whole way instead of let's just play the whole damn thing right now and not stop. By the time we were like 2/3 in, it's like I'm tired, I'm getting cranky and irritated over things, so this game I think deserved taking a break and enjoying it in smaller segments. So with that being said, I think all I have to do is hit continue. There was 4 chapters. And it looks like if I hit continue, it's going to be chapter 5, which is the start of episode 2 of a total 5 episodes that are not available. Episode 3 is coming out soon, if I remember correctly. I don't know, but I need to shut the fuck up and just play. So, without further ado, I got it.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has
She's
never
got a
wanted to
little
tell me
bloody
why.
nose going in a
We
stump.
are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
Fuck yeah,
All I
guillotine.
can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
We bagged her.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
Yes.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project
Yeah, we
on
fucked that up.
behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux,
The ogre.
French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You'll find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
This guy's still as ugly as ever.
I do apologize for being late. I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
He had to take a shit. It happens. Even to the best of us. Sooner or later, you gotta poop. Hopefully you don't have like George Washington and like all these other high prestige people waiting on you. Like, dude, I think someone put something in my milk. Or maybe I'm just lactose intolerant, I don't know. So we can choose... Oh, we can choose 2 manuscripts this time. Looks like we don't have all the things for any of these completed. Like, we're short 1 page to be able to use this. But we do have these. So we got... Conviction, Erudition, whatever the fuck that is, and Psychology. We'll do Psychology maybe, and... I'm not actually sure what Erudition is. Thoughts on art and role in society, so it might be something... Like, I'm not going to look it up. We'll go with Conviction. Like, I'm guessing it might be related to like art or speech or something. I have to hold space. Lord Mortimer's office. January 22nd, 1793. I'm Necroxix. Welcome to the Council.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Yes, I mind.
Please do.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother.
Me?
However, there may be some new developments, but I don't know if they are linked to your mother. We have found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room.
Can I?
I'm afraid she was brutally murdered, stabbed several times.
Can I have the body? So I can... Who the fuck is whistling? I'm trying to have a discussion with one of the wealthiest people in the world, and you're in the background whistling? Oh! It's probably the stupid bird. There's gonna be a scenario where the bird probably repeats something that someone said. I bet you... Like, you know, like someone said something they shouldn't have, and the bird's gonna repeat it. I'm calling it now. I can say nothing, I can say I only bumped into her last night, or I can utilize, for free, my questioning level of who did it. Was it the bird? Maybe it was the bird.
Who could have done it?
That is precisely what I would like you to help us determine, Louis. Duchess Hillsborough informed us that she accompanied you at the beginning of the evening. You apparently bumped into Miss Adams, who wanted to speak to you.
Did she now?
We are told you turned her away, and she went away on her own.
Sure.
That's correct.
I looked down her shirt.
Do you know what she wanted to see you about, by any chance?
None of your business, bitch. I don't remember who Adams was. Was she the... Oh. It's the psycho one. Because Emily is the one we scored in the sack. As opposed to her, she's just a guinea pig to my mother, apparently. I don't know what she wanted, but she did seem confused.
She seemed upset about something. I thought she was under the influence of alcohol.
Yeah.
But we didn't really speak.
Pity. The poor child was probably trying to find help.
I was trying to get
I
laid.
thought it could wait until tomorrow.
Apparently.
Oh, she's the one that was found dead.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference.
Indeed.
But the case cannot remain unaddressed.
Oh. Let him finish.
I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you.
Not really.
Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder.
Oh.
I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you.
Maybe it's you.
You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like
Yeah,
to
sure, you
proceed?
can trust me.
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Alright, so are there any suspects?
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
I suspect the top suspect right off the top of my head would be the French guy, the one that looks like an ogre with the wide nose, because he already beat her fucking face in earlier, so there's definitely some motive there. And history. And if I had to pick a secondary suspect, would probably be along the lines of the let's see, the ogre was the French guy, or the other one, the one we really fucked up the speech thing with. Was he from Paris, or I forgot it. Peru? No, this is the guy I was talking about though. He's my number one suspect. Not that is one ugly son of a bitch. That's my mama. Wait a minute. There's Hillsborough Emma. But then there's Hillsborough Emma. Because, oh, that's right, they're twins. There's a second of her that's probably dead. She doesn't know that yet. But we do. Or at least we think we do. We don't really know. Not Piaggi, this guy. Oh, Napoleon. Yeah. Young lieutenant in the French army. So we've got a French soldier. And then we had this guy who's also... Oh, no, this guy's Paris. Okay. Paris and France. Ooh, he's got a nice eye. I love the white in your eyes, sir, but that ogre face? In a city built on island with clean tap water, gotta save on everything. From a plane? What? What is going on there, Jerv? No, I don't want to know. I need more details on this tragedy. It's not really a tragedy, but...
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you.
Yes, I do.
Get over there and form your own opinion.
Alright, so I guess this must be... This is interesting, too, because this is like a procedural murder mystery. Murder didn't even happen until episode 2, essentially. The whole first episode, no one was believed to be dead yet. Or at least nobody that we were investigating or a part of. We were just looking for Mama and mingling with the guests and trying to get laid by Emma. Mission accomplished, by the way. See previous episode. Alright, go there.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting.
I'll need to browse everyone's panty drawers first
You've got
for
permission
evidence.
to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go panty raiding. First step, Emma's room. I gotta investigate all her undies. You know, make sure there's no crusties and stuff. Maybe she's got like crotchless panties or something. I'll have to investigate them. I'm a detective. I've been given the okay. I think the bird did it. Is there any items? I see nothing.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Mr. Krabs. It's okay, we got a special shampoo for that. Although I always wondered, if people have crabs, if you were to just shave yourself, would that not get rid of it? Oh, same idea with lice. I never actually looked it up. Like if you had lice and you simply shaved your head, would you eliminate the problem without special chemicals and treatment? Because at that point they have nowhere to live or hide or whatever. I don't know why I'm on this. Because you said Mr. Krabs, that's why. So we got that part of the mystery solved. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with this game. Just gonna get a good look around, make sure there's no items. And it seems like it didn't reset my effort points. So, I don't know what the deal there is.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Four-letter word. How about fuck? Okay, so we've got a puzzle box here. A, C, Z, or E. So it's not a whole alphabet. We basically know the first letter is going to be one of these. Alright. There's probably a clue, but I just want to get a better idea. We've got two vowels and R and B. This one has two vowels, C and Z. Again, three vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Dun, dun, dun. Is it suck? We only got one vowel at the end here. Because maybe we could find out just by messing with this as is. Is it cunt? No, there's no U. It's probably not Z. It's not EESS. Just trying to think, like, if I was trying to form four-letter words, stuff the first two letters alone. I don't know. Because it could be like, I mean, we're dealing with not English here either. I mean, there's people, like every political figure is from like different parts of the world. So we've got Europes and other things. Oh, there's no way. I was about to try and see if I can... I'm sure there's some algorithm I could activate that would take all possible combinations and reference a dictionary word list or something. I don't know. We'll come back to this. I'm not gonna dwell on it just yet. But we got a 4-letter word to kind of keep an eye out for, or it might just require me to brute force it. I don't know. We have a full inventory of golden elixirs. I saw some... Oh no, that's the staircase. We're gonna not leave you there yet. If I don't see any hints. Item added. Key with an occult water symbol. So we've got a key to something. We also have... Yeah, we found this in episode 1 somewhere and didn't really... I don't think we ever found what it goes to. At least not yet. Or we missed it, who knows. Hey, it's the guy with the yarmulke. Hey there, yarmulke.
I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out.
Did you do it? What did you see?
Notice
What do you know?
out of the ordinary last night?
Answer me.
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe,
Napoleon?
hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
I know you're supposed to be a holy man, but I don't trust you. Also, you're kind of bald. I heard bald people are liars. Or no, that's long-haired people. I got long hair. See, long hair gets associated with like hippies, potheads, and just drug users. It's like, why can't long hair be associated with like something Mitch Hedberg said? Like a longing for cake. Where, you know, if I got a girlfriend, I come over to their house, the mother will be like, takes one look at me and like, oh my god, look at how long this guy's hair is. That man wants some cake. Like, he knows your birthday's coming up. You saw how happy he was. He's fidgety. Get that man some cake. Does he know why or no? What else do you know?
But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Peru.
My number one
You
suspect.
remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Yeah, and here's my thoughts right now. If you guys remember, this guy didn't do shit when Peru, the big nose ogre, was altercating with Miss Adams. I am already starting to tinker with the possibility rather, that this guy might be guilty in a way of that having happened. By killing Adams, it puts that guy on the chopping block. I mean, I'm way overthinking this over very little to go off of. But, like I said, I'm gonna be thinking these things. I think I saw Nobilis join. I turned down my joins and parts so I can see when people pop in and out. It's much nicer, I think. I'm just glad Nobilis joined while I'm streaming in the beginning and not as I'm about to get off and doing an outro speech. Devil's Thorns. We're pretty full on items. Is that another box? Not targetable. And now we've gone in a circle. Game performance is definitely weird. And this is one of the things that drove me on my old system really nuts too, is if you look at the upper right corner where my overlay is, you see 60 FPS. You can see my GPU and CPU usage. It's not being taxed, but like my frame rate does get stuttery depending on what's being, like right now it just gets choppy. It's either related to shadows or lighting effects. And it's independent of the frame rate, so the frame rate never dipped. But something was still choppy as a result. It's something that drives me nuts in games. And I thought on the old system it was due to like the GPU's way of handling shadows, maybe not having enough VRAM or something. But it doesn't really seem to translate into the videos, so even though I see it usually when I look over the footage afterwards. It's like, nope, nothing. Alright, let's investigate this frickin'... Actually, hold on. Can we talk to... Maybe he might have more information, even though he said he didn't.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I have? No, I haven't.
I'm listening, Louis.
Have you ever heard of a typewriter, sir? Goodbye.
I'll be in touch as soon as I have any more
Okay,
information.
so I come back to him later when I think I've got some findings. So I'm not going to mess with those in the event that I might accidentally, prematurely... Wait a minute, is there a separate... Oh no, I'm just an idiot. Alright, let's crack this box open. We got this, guys. Hey, Nebula's parted. What the hell? God damn it, Jarvel, this is your fault. You're scaring away all my precious guests.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Although, Jarvel's also one of my precious guests. Don't tell him, though. Shh. Durr. Okay, so we've got 4 letters. We have a total of 12 different letters combined. So there's a possible combination of what, 4 to the 4th power? That's a lot of combinations, but there's one thing for sure, there's going to be at least one vowel used. Which one, I don't know. So first off, if I stick with the first letter as A, could there be a word that might form off of this? Okay. So like first thought was art, but that's 3 arts. Is there a 4th? Oh, there is an S. Wait a minute, Aries, perhaps? Damn, I thought maybe it was like Ares, the god of... Was he the god of war? Ares, I don't know, my mythology's shady. How about asses? Can I do that? No. Autism is way too many letters for sure. Oh, wait a minute, can I do Zeus? Hey, look at that. I got an amber fragment. And a handwritten note. And another handwritten note. But it didn't read it, so I don't know if it's just like an item or one of the manuscript type. Okay. Oh, it might have been... Okay, yeah. Cool, so that was just like a bonus. It wasn't necessary. Okay, so... Like, as soon as I spelled out Ares, like, my mind went on to, like, mythology, and I'm like, wait a minute, there was a Z in there, which seemed more out of place. Not as many words that utilize the letter Z or Q or X. So it was like, And, I mean, I'm, got these... I guess that's like a Roman statue of some sort. I'm stalling for time, aren't I? I apologize. If I get too rambly, someone can tell me to shut up and move on. Or otherwise, I might. But I'm enjoying myself, so I don't mind savoring it. Oh, the goofy music again. Oh yeah, Masumita. I think I saw you in VR yesterday when I was in the club dancing. I had a lot of friends pop in and leave because I muted the mic and I was just dancing away at the DJ booth. I always feel bad when that happens, but the number of times I join on friends and it's like, oh, they're busy. Either dealing with a situation or just busy with someone else. I tend not to... I don't take it personally, so can't go in there. Did I look like I was having fun at least? The music wasn't the best, but...
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Yeah. Like, fuck that. If we're gonna go into anyone's room... Oh, I can't even go in there. Oh, all the guest rooms are upstairs, that's right. Right now we're on... Wait, we are upstairs. Why can't I enter that guy's room? I thought I had full consent from the Lord of the Manor himself. Luckily, my medication's starting to kick in. Like, I'm feeling okay right now. I'm feeling good. Oh, like I can breathe. Just keeping an eye out for any new items that might be lying around. They can be a little sneaky and tough to spot at times. Hey, this guy looks suspicious. He must be the culprit. You, where were you on the evening? This guy looks an awful lot like the Mortimer, doesn't he? Who is he exactly? I forgot. Like he's the coolest looking one of the bunch. So Mortimer himself is the owner of the place. Like, he's the rich motherfucker. He's the one that threw the party, etc., etc. Ew. I need to get that guy off my screen forever. That Bond. Okay. So this guy, he does seem to have a little bit of similarity, doesn't he? I mean, it might just be that they have white hair and they're well-dressed and not deformed in the face. So he's with the Prussian Ministry of Religion. Prussia. Not to be confused with Russia. Home of hard bass. Alright, so let's talk to him.
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Good evening,
Mr.
Mom.
Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
Oh, you're suspicious, you little motherfucker. But you're so well dressed, I'll let you go. I can insinuate that you look dodgy. That's not a good thing to do. I can speak about Elizabeth's death. Me, don't tell him anything, or ask him what he's doing. What are you doing here?
Lord Mortimer must have informed you of the necessity for everyone to remain in their rooms until further notice.
Yeah, bitch.
Certainly, but I'm a guest, not a prisoner.
That's where you're wrong.
I was looking for a servant, since we don't all, unfortunately, have one at our disposal.
Yeah, right.
I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
He's being a little shady. Is this... I'm not going in here. This, I think, was Elizabeth's room. I don't want to go in there yet. Because step one is find Emma's room and go through her panties. Like, that's top priority, besides finding items along the way. Bag them, tag them, and steal their underwear. That's how we roll, baby.
President George Washington.
West Washington's room. So we can go in there. The only reason we couldn't go in the other room before was because the guy was outside his room. Being a little suspicious. He says he was looking for a servant. It looked more to me like he was standing in the hallway staring at a painting. There's an item. What is it?
A bazant.
A what? What the fuck is a bazant? Necroxix is not familiar with this word. I'm guessing it's a coin or something, but... a bazant. And why would there be a bazant just lying on the floor? Hell yeah, you gotta be a panty thief. Unless they washed it. If they've already washed the undergarments, then... that's not as fun. You gotta go through their... like, their laundry list. Not...
The Greek drachma. One of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran.
So let me get this straight. There was a rare ancient coin just lying on the floor in the corner. There's been a bunch of coins throughout the game. They're like collectibles or maybe achievement related or something. But Necroxix doesn't give a fuck about achievements. Nor collectibles. Unless it's like collect the panties. I'd be okay with that. Whose room is this? This...
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal
That's Piaggi. That's the religious guy, and he's not in his room, so I can't go in there. And his room is right next to mine. If I remember correctly, we could probably enter through the balcony. We couldn't before, but I bet you now we could. Like if I had to pick suspects, my thoughts are gonna revolve around the ugly ogre guy, who's too obviously a suspect. It's too convenient. And the religious guy. Like, I think there's a lot more to this.
Huh, that's me.
Hey, it's me. It's DD. DP. With defined teeth and a smile that inspires confidence. I don't remember where Elizabeth's room is. If only I had her pennies, I can get her scent and I could follow the trail. See, these are the details. There's a reason.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Good day, Duke. Sir Duke of Dukenheimen.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Hooyah, there's the target. I'm gonna just give a quick look here. Sometimes there was items like... Okay, no, there isn't. Alright, Emily. Take your pants off, put your hands up, and turn to the side and cough. I was getting my physical a couple weeks ago, and my doctor actually explained to me why they tell you to turn your head and cough. Like, I never thought to ask. He just mentioned it. It's so you don't cough on the doctor. That's the only reason they tell you to turn your head.
Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
What's there not to understand? It's a pedo thing. Like, that kid is obviously giving a... Sorry, I'm not gonna...
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Yeah, she's got some fancy shit in her guest room. But ours has, like, the cool creepypasta stuff. Where would she keep her undies? I'm looking for the crotch... Or actually, no, I don't want the crotchless panties, because...
Amber.
Less material to absorb all the flavor. It's funny when people are like, man, you're so well behaved and stuff. Like, people don't realize the real monster that I am and my demeanor. I'm a terrible, terrible monster.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver.
Kinky. Ooh.
Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated.
Ooh, this is hot.
Yours, E. P.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Sarah, wait. Was Sarah our mother? I apologize if I'm... Sarah... is... Yeah, she's the mother. Diriche Sarah or something like that. She's French, like I guess my character. Dear Mr. Washington, where were your teeth on the night of the murder? Were you nibbling on Elizabeth's ear?
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds. Painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
No, it's not. I mean, it'd be nice if their hair was more bleached out and white instead of just gray. Like, gray's a good color, but it bleaches nicely straight into white. If they had blonde or brown hair, it doesn't bleach quite as cleanly. Because, like, brown hair goes orange and then just kind of yellow. It's like you can never get the white without completely destroying everything.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor.
Indeed.
Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, Emily's in her room, so we're just gonna have to be really sneaky about this. Don't let her see you going for her... I can take her shoes, but I don't have a foot fetish.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers.
Pitt the Younger.
Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
There's a lot of prestigious people involved in this story. Like, George Washington has a room on the guest floor here, and he's probably in his room. The George Washington of the Washingtons. I still want to borrow $1 from him. That is a small fucking bathtub.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Maybe I can ask Emily to get in the tub and simulate it. I need to reenact a scenario for my investigation. Oh, God.
2 coils circle the lock.
Wait, I think we have that key. Oh, no, we don't. I'm going to save my points for now, because there might be a key. If not, I can always break it open. I think there were 2 other locks. Oh, you're not going to read this one? Fine, I will. Duchess, you can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing. We shall assist you with financing the recruitment of regiments of immigrant royalists to fight against France. That's a tough sentence. His Eminence, Giuseppe Piaggi. That's one of our guys, I think.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
Ooh, he's a vampire. Maybe he's like the predecessor to Count Chocula or something. I don't know.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger.
Wait, no, we read
addressed to Emily.
I don't know.
He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
Oops, wrong way. Sorry.
He has indeed some powerful backers. Madam,
No. Oh,
thank you for
shut up.
consoling.
I believe we found something. I can search at the cost of 0 because of my vigilance.
A devil's thorn.
Oh.
Can be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
I don't see any undies. Oh wait, there's her lingerie down there. Ma'am, I'm gonna need to inspect all your stuff with my face. And we did taste test those weird mystery rocks, and it caused like an immunity damage thing to our effort points. I mean, I'd be willing to take a hit or 2 to taste hers. Alright, let's interrogate. Time to interrogate you. Where were you at the night of the murder? Oh, right, you were in my bed.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know.
I know
How
nothing.
awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
She got stabbed 9 times. Yeah, stab it. Like, that is a good point. Like, if you were to tell me, like, if you came to rob me, like, you stick 'em up type of thing, like, give me your wallet. If you had a gun or a knife, I would actually prefer to get shot than to get stabbed. Because a shot wound is very clean, much more painless, and generally easier to, like, it's less destructive. A stab, like the knife, just does so much damage, and if it's serrated or the barbs, like, oof. So yeah, she probably did suffer pretty well. I can also tell her not to worry. And she is, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna also try and take into account more of this type of stuff now too, is, yeah, she's got a vulnerability to psychology, whereas questioning stuff doesn't work on her. So, let's take advantage of her psyche.
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can happen here, then none of us is truly safe anywhere. Lord Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act, don't you think?
I think
He
not.
is indeed very upset about it. It's only natural after such a violent murder.
Violent? What do you mean?
Oh,
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times.
Oh my God, Louis. How awful. The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her like that. It must have been a crime of passion. Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
yes.
I'm doing it for Elizabeth.
Now make with the
not
panty
Mrs.
drawer.
Mortimer.
Come on.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Tweedledee, tweedledum. Have I found out anything? None of your business. Now tell me what about exactly your relationship was. So, I don't have any diversions. I can't make her speak about stuff, but I do have this option. What was her relationship with Elizabeth? Who's her?
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
Oh, she's her.
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
That's all we can do.
I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
You know, since I'm already here and you have that big bouncy bed, can we maybe take this interrogation to the next level? Or are you still recovering from our little romp last night? I don't know. Alright. We couldn't play with her undies. That's okay. Golden elixir, which we're maxed out on. We already investigated that. We kind of looked around. I don't think there's anything else here. I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Just making sure. Of course, this doesn't have the greatest of memory capacities. I have the memory of like a sieve. Alright, so far we've got no clues to aid in our investigation, but whose room is this?
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
The guy we've had the hardest time with. Because when he came to us, we totally failed that discussion. But I didn't like how he put me on the spot the way he did. It was very shady. He was all like, Mortimer assured me that you would be able to take care of this. We didn't even speak to Mortimer, so...
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Oh, I found his immunity. Good, I need to know that, actually. What was his Napoleon? One day, sir, you will invent an ice cream that is gonna make a lot of kids sad. Because, come on, let's be honest. Nobody wants the strawberry. They only want the chocolate and vanilla. And more likely you want specific chocolate or vanilla. We don't want all 3 flavors because you just end up with like a fucking third left over and it's like, Mama won't buy me more because I have to eat your stupid ice cream, you stupid butthole. Like all I wanted was like Rocky Road, Fudge Moose Track, Caramel Cup ice cream.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory?
Yeah, this is when Rome invaded people on elephants. Maybe there was a shortage on horses or something, I don't know. I wouldn't want to even know what a saddle for an elephant would look like. Or, well, no, I've seen them actually. I'm thinking in terms of like the whole like Arabian thing, but they had like huge fucking platforms and things.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius.
Maybe he wasn't.
Yet another one with delusions of grandeur.
He's got a weapon.
Beautiful weapon. Lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Oh shit, he's got another fucking immunity? So he's immune to politics and conviction. What a dildo. Well,
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
not a typical letter your mom might write to you, but, yeah. Let's look at his stupid hat.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
It does. That's the soldier right there. Like, there's no... That's not... Here, before I mess with him, I'm gonna go through the rest of the room. You know, gotta get, like, fingerprints and... I'd like to get a blood sample test on the blade over there and the sword, see if there's any traces of someone's blood that's not supposed to be there, like, I don't know, Elizabeth? Like I said, golden elixir, which we're maxed on.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs. There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
With love, Lord William Mortimer the First, maybe I'm the second, I don't know. He plays chess. He's guilty. Because that means he's conniving something, I don't know.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
I don't see anything else. Alright, let's have a little chat with this guy. It said conviction and politics are immunities, so we will not... Wait, what is this? I'll search it.
Carmelite water.
Oh.
They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Too bad I'm already maxed out on apparently everything. We haven't really used much items.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
Don't rush me. I'm gonna question you, bitch.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing
I
cards.
thought I was asking the questions here. And you, sir, have a big case of helmet hair? He was playing cards. Okay, with who? That one.
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
How late were you guys?
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight, so I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really, no.
We technically won't have like a time of death. given it's 1793. I would assume it happened after we had our little romp in the sack with Emma. I guess we can ask this,
Did you
but
notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
spoken like a true person with a gambling problem. Alright, so I guess that's all we got out of that.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste.
Who?
And I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time.
That's why I used a knife, right?
Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
I've been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already.
Probably not, but okay. Let's ask the other question that
Someone
was in
saw you not far from the
there. Can't
victim's
speed
room.
this up, though.
Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone
I want
is
to do
an
the other
idiot. I
question.
wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an
Come on.
idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Were you able to recognize the prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
There's got to be some details that you saw. Was it a tall person? Were they wearing dark clothes? Were they, like, doing the moonwalk backwards out of the... You know, anything.
Excuse me for insisting, but if you saw him or her, I'm sure you would have more information than
Yeah.
that. It's just that you don't think it can be of help to me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Was it a woman, for instance? Bearing in mind that all the women here wear whalebone dresses, which is rather noticeable.
A man, I should say. I don't recall seeing the silhouette of a dress.
You see, you saw many things, in fact.
Hang on. Laissez-moi réfléchir. Let me think a minute.
Yeah, come up with a
wait.
good story.
His height? The sound of his footsteps, maybe.
Ah, his height. Oui, somewhat imposing. A tall man, and straight. As for the rest, I don't know, Monsieur de Richet.
Not to worry. That's already quite a lot. Thank you for everything.
Tall and straight, so someone... So we got a man that's tall and into girls. Cool. Alright.
Well,
I'm
have
just
we
gonna move
finished,
along now.
Monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I don't like you, sir. Where's this behind you? Oh, that's... Okay, never mind. That's just him. So we may have a culprit... well, no, it's not the night of the murder, though. It was sometime sooner. You want to know who's tall and a man? That religious guy. Am I going the right way? Let's go this way. Was he fat? Tall and straight, because obviously straight's not referencing, like, sexuality. Maybe he meant straight as in, like, thin? Which would likely mean...
Sir Jacques Perru?
Not likely this guy. And this guy's mean. Hey, you with the ugly.
What do you want from me, Derichet?
I wish to interrogate you.
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
I need answers.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
He's probably under the mindset that, like, that I'm gonna be accused and, like, I know I'm already fucked. But if you work with me and you're innocent, I will find the culprit, sir. I can't fix your nose, though. But I do know a doctor that might. Shit.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to say, now is the time.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
Why is he behaving like the perfect culprit? What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
No, you don't.
He's being set up, isn't he? Like, that's the feeling I'm getting. And chances are he's already set up, yeah, to look like the easiest culprit. He already was violent physically towards the girl. And all that, so it looks like he's just like, yep, they set me up. I know, just get it over with. I know I'm fucked. But I'm not convinced.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room. A pattern with 4 circles.
I got one with... I have a key with 5. Tempted to pick that lock. I might have to do some more points into that subterfuge or whatever. Because it's like, I don't know how I want to spend those effort points, but opening locked things is definitely somewhat interesting
The
to me.
Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
Mind fuck. Okay, I'll read this. I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point in time, I am a prisoner snared by my own decisions. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be slave. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil who I thought I could master. Yeah, that's never gonna work out. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see any way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Gay. Is that something he's written? I don't think it's relevant to my discussions. Is this some sort of 1700s fucking vaporizer for THC? That's what it reminds me of. Before e-cigarettes, people had something, I mean, it's probably just a lamp, but some kind of device like this, and it was used for vaporizing, like, pot. Maybe he's on drugs. Ooh, there is no key for this. I shall unlock it.
Great. Honey.
And we're full. Awesome.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
A hookah? No, not a hookah. Because a hookah is like basically like a glorified pipe. Like it's still combustion, so to speak, with a heat source. The charcoal. But I know what you're talking about. But that's not what I was thinking of. I meant like an actual vaporizer type of device. I don't know how those actually function, but...
Records of the police. Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris, and there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
Yeah, but it's not, no, it wasn't not a bong. It was literally called a vaporizer. But I don't think it's the same thing as like e-cigarette vaporizing, since e-cigarettes literally vaporize a juice that's made to do that. 4 circles shaped key. Hey, we got a key to that lock then.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible.
Pony Island.
I await your arrival. Lord
That's
William.
his invitation. That is a short bed for that guy. He's kind of tall now. Ooh. He's got a nice little paddle there. Let the paddling of the ass commence. Well, I don't really see anything else here, but we do have the key to that thingy, so let's open it. Where was it? Over here? Over here.
A pattern with 4 circles.
I mean, I'm just gonna unlock shit in your room. Oh. Oh, wait, there's letters or something. They're just...
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
No space left. What?
I have no space
Oh,
left. I'll
those
retrieve it
other
later.
items, okay. So let's end this episode here. We're at the 1 hour mark.